Welcome to Giant Radio, where we're all about big ideas in sales and marketing and eye-popping discussions with successful entrepreneurs. Turn up the volume and settle in. Now, here's the founder of Giant Jacks Media and your host, Paul Hitchcock.
Hi, everybody. This is Paul Hitchcock. I'm the founder and president of Giant Jacks Media. We are an AI-powered sales and marketing firm helping people across the country. This is my media channel called Giant TV, where I have entrepreneurs doing great things. And certainly, Tim Hawkins is one of them. Welcome, Tim.
Hey, thank you, Paul. Appreciate being here.
Yeah, totally. And you are an executive leadership coach with Novus Global, and you and I have had a chance to get to know each other a bit. You've got a great story going on. So for the benefit of those hearing, let's jump into it. So tell us, what you're doing as a coach with Novus.
Yeah, so with Novus Global, I help leaders and teams accomplish more in less time with more joy and satisfaction in life. That's kind of the gist of what we do.
Yeah, no, love the saying. So what first of all, who are you working with? And I want to get into the trenches about what you're doing. So who companies, CEOs,
Oh,
who
yeah.
are you working with?
Yeah, so I'll talk about because Novus Global, there's about 75 of us across the country, a couple of us in Canada. But I mean, we work with anybody who desires to experience life in a transformative kind of manner. Everybody generally has vision for life. Even when somebody says, I have no vision for life, it's like, oh, fancy that. You just casted vision for life. But we really want to help people and leaders and teams navigate meaningful accomplishment in a way that when they reach that goal or that vision or that dream, they are not the same people. So we work with, I was just telling somebody earlier today, like we work with people from they're a stay-at-home parent who wants to make the most of that time all the way up to Forbes 10 companies. And that's the joy of working within an organization like ours where we've got many coaches is we have influence in a whole lot of spaces and it's a blast.
Oh yeah. No, your passion has been obvious from the minute you and I started talking. Do you mean, so Tim, are you focused like the stay-at-home person? Is that from a personal standpoint you're working with them, or is there a business element to that piece?
Yeah, there's some people who hire Novus Global coaches, not necessarily for the business component. They hire us because they want to experience something in life and recognize that they can't remain the same person and experience something they have never experienced before. And we do something called meta performance coaching. When you think about the performance pyramid, you got low performers, you got performers, high performers, and high performers tend to be the tip of the iceberg or tip of the pyramid. We do meta performance. It's a transformational way of accomplishing things in life, and it resonates with a lot of different types of people, from business owners to I want to transform the way I do relationships with married couples. All the way up to individual. I mean, we do work with professional athletes and sports organizations who want to transform the entirety of their culture and organization. So yes, stay-at-home mom who sits and goes, I want to invest in my own transformation and vision, all the way up to professional athletes and CEOs of well-known organizations who are sitting here going, hey, I'm the bottleneck. And if I can transform and become a new version of myself and leader, our whole organization is better for it.
So that's interesting. So the meta performance, you said?
Meta performance. It is not, it's not Facebook.
Not a drug.
It's not Facebook. It's not on the periodic table by any means. No, so meta is a Greek word, and it's typically affixed to words that brings about this concept of intentional change or transformation. So think like metamorphosis.
Okay. All right.
And so the concept, though, is generally high performers are the ones that organizations and leaders would say, hey, that's the kind of people we want on our team. And we've done this work long enough to recognize that high performers also come with some unique baggage. They can get simultaneously burned out and bored. High performers can cut corners, and there's just a lot of things with high performance when you're trying to be the best. And we're like, well, shoot, let's not try to be the best. Let's try to see what we are capable of. That's a very expansive question, which is why meta performance. If I were showing you a diagram, I'd show you a pyramid, and then at the top would be meta performance as an upside down pyramid that's just expansive. Like, what are you capable of as a husband? What are you capable of in your business? What are you capable of as an entrepreneur? That question kind of continues on and on.
Yeah, that is an awesome thing you just said. Instead of, I want to be the best, what are you capable of? Love it. You guys started getting me thinking.
Well, what
And-
if being the best? Can I say this, Paul?
yeah, yeah,
This is the fun part. What if being the best is playing small for you?
right, right. Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
if you're the best NBA basketball player, hands down, and your goal is to be the best, what if that's not, what if that doesn't require anything more of you? It's a comfort space. There's no inspiration to it. So being the best sometimes is an unresourceful pursuit, depending on where you're at and what you do in life.
Okay, you got me potentially going down a rabbit hole. I'm a big hoop guy. And so when you said that, I love the analogy because you're exactly right. Being the best for a lot of guys in the NBA is not being the best player, the best scorer, it's being the best role man.
Mm.
And you're not, don't worry about scoring, rebound. Be the best rebounder. So that I love the analogy. Love it. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I would have been introduced to this because I played college basketball. And had I been introduced to this in college, it would have been helpful because when I first started playing college ball, I was generally a shooting guard. I'm 6'3". I like to run around. I'm almost as good as Steph Curry, not so much. It's debatable. But then I went and played at a smaller school, and because of my height and kind of my physical stature, which I was much stronger then, I got put in the post. And
Oh, yep.
I didn't enjoy it because I was like, how do I be the best on the court when I'm playing in the post?
Yeah. Yeah.
But what would the question, what am I capable of as a post player? That would have energized me and inspired me in so many more like exciting kind of ways.
Yeah.
Because again, it beckons a completely new version of me. So
Yeah, no, it's a
yeah,
great thing. I play hoops down in the post. I don't know. Maybe I'd cook you down low, Tim. I don't know. Well, we have
maybe,
to see.
maybe you might be capable of that.
I might be capable. So the meta performance, I want to ask you about that. Is that like how do you take somebody through that? Is that a structure? Um, and how does it start out? Is it exploratory? Like, just walk me through these initial stages of that.
Sure, sure. So Novus Global is an executive coaching firm. And
Right.
so we approach all of our clients from an executive coaching standpoint. And executive coaching, for anybody who doesn't know what that is, it's vision, it's mindset, and it's strategy. So that's kind of like just coaching 101 right there.
Yeah.
So when we work with clients, one of the things that we want to do is help them cast a thrilling and impossible vision for their life that requires a reinvention of who they are. And that's meta performance. So when
Hmm.
you cast a vision that your intuition tells you is impossible, yet it excites you, you get into the realm of growth instead of staying in the realm of comfort.
Hmm.
The meta performance concept is, well, geez, if that's what you're going for, it's impossible, it's thrilling, um, and your intuition now begins to kind of surface all the ways in which you think you're incapable of doing it, or you have obstacles that'll come up in your mind as to why you can't do it, then we're playing in some pay dirt gold ground. So
Yeah.
when we engage our clients, we generally will always start with, let's talk about your vision. Hey,
Yeah.
I recently I had clients who came to me talking about vision for their marriages. Fantastic. Let's get clear on what that vision is that you desire to have true of your marriage in the next 6 months or a year.
Huh.
Now, the fun part about meta performance coaching and why I think Novus Global and our work stands uniquely apart is good coaches help you get stuff done. Like they'll help you accomplish stuff. We and I say this with like a degree of certainty. I don't want it to come across arrogantly. We are great coaches, and they don't. There's great coaches outside Novus Global. Great coaches help you expand on what you think is possible.
Mm.
When you get
Mm.
there, then you begin dabbling in the areas of inspiration and hope. You begin to re-energize your life toward what you truly want, not simply going after what you think you can get.
Yeah.
So we start there with our clients, vision, 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 and expand on it and get it to a place where they they're excited about it. And then we begin doing the work of what's here, what's between the ears that likely is going to trip you up, get in your way, because we want to know what those things are so that we can address them in our coaching times together. And then lastly, we navigate those conversations around strategy.
Love it.
What are strategical commitments that help you accomplish your vision while also helping you become the person you believe you need to become to accomplish that thing?
Love it. And what's a typical engagement? Is it weeks, months, years? What does that look like?
Yeah, so I can speak. I can speak from just understanding the evidence of our organization. I mean, we have coaches who have been coaching with clients for years.
Hmm.
Some clients, we generally like. For me, I ask my clients to commit to 6 months because transformation, an actual reinvention of who you are, it takes time. It's
Totally.
not transactional.
Yep.
We are not in the business of just transactional coaching. We're in the transformation business. So generally speaking, our clients work with us at least 3 months. For me, the ask is 6 months because I want to be like I'm fierce advocate for my clients. All of our coaches are. But then we've got clients who, because the point of meta performance coaching isn't to simply accomplish a goal, it's to become somebody you've never been before. When you get to the end of a coaching agreement, we often ask people, well, you just knocked this vision out of the park. What else are you capable of? And so
Right.
that's where the question comes up, and people love to re-engage coaching with us because we're not going back after what they've already accomplished. We're building upon it and seeing, hey, let's see who you can become now.
Yeah. Yeah. And so for that 6 month period when you're working with somebody, are those Zoom calls, weekly calls? What does the execution look like?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, tactically speaking, like, and it's all over the place. It depends on what the client wants, what leaders want. I've got a couple clients I work with right now, once a month.
Okay.
It's kind of like maintenance mode at the moment for a couple of them. Generally speaking, we want to work with our clients as consistently as possible. So typically in our firm, we're shooting for usually at least 2 hours of time together a month.
Okay.
Um, so whether that's a couple like three 45-minute calls or two 1 hour calls, we're trying to get consistently with our clients so that they know there's an opportunity to explore and press into the most meaningful things that are before me as I pursue better leadership or goal or vision. So 3 times on a month, 1 week off a month for the duration of that. And and this is the thing I love about our coaches is um, we're in your corner. Like we
Right.
may we may
Right.
only have formal coaching calls, but we are for you. So
Yeah.
we are available unless we're not available.
Well, I got to imagine that between those calls, there are obviously things going on that your clients need to get done and you need to get done. And to a certain level, you've got to be an accountability coach, right? I mean, do you serve that purpose a little bit?
You know, it depends on what you mean by accountability.
I
If you
don't
mean
mean hammering somebody. I mean,
right, yeah,
in a
yeah.
supportive role. You coming together, hey, what's going on? Did we reach our thing?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, we're very committed to helping our clients create strategy that they want to keep and it's going to help them grow. So
yeah,
at the beginning of coaching calls, we generally do something called an integrity check. And by integrity, we don't mean like the moral or ethical definition of it. We mean, hey, are you in structural alignment with your vision, with yourself? You made a strategical commitment in the last coaching to do this or to have this conversation. Did you fulfill that commitment?
yeah,
And the beauty of our work is we say this all the time, like we love it when our clients break certain commitments, but we love it when our clients break commitments because there's gold in the growth process there. So
yeah,
to a degree, there is accountability. We would deem it more of, hey, we want to call you to account for what you said you want to do and for the
yep,
person you want to become. And so when our clients get slippery, when people get slippery with their commitments, we think it's a great opportunity to dig in and say, what's going on here? Are you
right,
even
right.
aware of what's at play that just totally stops you in the moments of doing something you said you wanted to do by when you wanted to do it? Because
Yeah,
it's a beautiful opportunity to coach even the moments that can sometimes feel very shamed or like kind of guilt driven. We're like, you don't need to think about it that way. So we do
Yeah.
accountability, but in the sense of we want our clients to take radical ownership of their own lives, agency and authority, so that they're learning if they just continue coaching with us, they have a coach on their shoulder. They're learning how to navigate their own integrity in a very resourceful way.
Hmm.
So yes, and if I
Yeah.
can kind
Yeah.
of put it that way.
Yeah, no, for sure. And if I ask you what's swimming around in your head in relation to your business right now for this year going forward and where you might want to, go initiatives, I'm curious, like what's priority wise?
Yeah. So I joined Novus Global back in July of this past year, and before that, I was a solo coach. Primarily, I did solo coaching, one-on-one coaching with leaders, entrepreneurs, business leaders. This year, because I'm a part of Novus Global, I've got this unbelievable support network
Right.
of coaches and our other operations teams where I can go into a much larger organization who wants to work with me and actually throw it back on them and say, we would love to serve your entire organization. So
Hmm.
for me this year, part of my particular vision as a leadership and executive coach is I want to work with high level leaders who have a lot of influence over their organization to work with them, but then to also provide our services to the rest of their teams. I've
Hmm.
never been in a place to do that until being part of Novus Global, because truth be told, I wouldn't have hired me to work with an organization as a solo coach.
Right.
Um, and now I've got the dynamics of like we are a team of coaches. I have a team I meet with weekly of colleagues. We're constantly engaging and working through the dynamics of team leadership and stress points. So this year, I'm looking to get into and serve organizations as a whole. And I love serving organizations and leaders who are making world impact, which is why I do leadership coaching as kind of one of my primary on-roads. Um, but it's fun working with people who, all leaders vastly underestimate themselves in one way or another. So
Yeah.
getting to work with people who are on the cusp of making like inspirational and transformational change, that excites me. And that's now on the horizon for me this year, is to serve not only the leaders, but to serve their organization toward meaningful vision, whatever that might be.
Yeah, no, and it's great to have a mothership like that, where you've got great resources. The structure allows you not to worry about certain things and just go out and do the best you can. Uh, Love it. Yeah, well, I mean, you and I could talk forever, keep going. If we got on the hoops topic, it might get a little bit interesting here. So,
You mean you don't want to talk about transfer portal in the NCAA football or basketball and just get into
oh,
that as well?
oh yeah, no, that stuff, believe me. Oh God, yeah, it drives me crazy, that
I'd
stuff.
love
But
to coach the people who handled the transfer portal. That would be fun.
I'm going to send you. I went and played hoops at San Quentin. I don't think I sent you that. There was a Sports Illustrated article on us going in there playing an inmate team. I'm going to send you that hoops. It's a hoops thing. So
This is like the longest yard for basketball.
absolutely,
That's what's
absolutely.
coming to mind right now. Was Adam Sandler there too?
Oh no, it was hilarious. In a very good way. But no, Tim, this is great. I know you and I will be talking again. I appreciate you taking the time to
Mhm.
do this. I want to tell everybody that's watching this, because we simulcast this everywhere. LinkedIn, YouTube, it goes on snippets on X, TikTok, Instagram, is that we're going to put Tim's information around this and get connected to him. I've seen your content, Tim. It's great. Good guy to know. And so, yeah, thanks. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, Paul. Thank you for having me.